Is the Navy planning to implant people with microchips? Well, and recently, officials consulted a presidential candidate on merging humans and machines. Well, most of us carry a tracking device around with us every day in the form of a mobile phone. But some people are going further and having microchips embedded in their bodies. Well, now the U.S. Navy has grown so concerned over the practice that it's drawing up an official policy to help it deal with personnel who already have chips implanted in their skin. Officials consulted with American presidential candidate and transhumanist Zoltan Istvan. Now, many of you won't recognize him, but he kind of come up with his own presidential campaign as the transhumanist campaign. That's why many of you wouldn't recognize him, but I guess he was an official presidential candidate at one time. They consulted him to discuss the implications of fitting humans with microchips to enhance their powers. The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency is already working on microchips that can be implanted in soldiers' brains to make them more resilient to warfare. But according to Mr. Istvan, the military is also concerned about unauthorized technology that their personnel may implant themselves, perhaps before entering into the military. He told Mail Online that the Navy is struggling to create policy around soldier or sailors that enter military service without non-authorized chips already embedded in them. This makes perfect sense since the tech has grown so small that chip implants can now do a wide range of things like tracking, making payments, monitoring blood flow, and bodily health. And it can be totally hidden in human beings, in their hand or someplace else on the body. The meeting was held between Mr. Istvan and senior members of the Chief of Naval Operations Strategic Studies Group. Now, many of you, it's kind of alarming, but many of you that know Endtime Ministries and have followed this program for years, you know that Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18 states that, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of the man, and his number is 666. Many of you that follow prophecy and understand the prophecies of the Bible know that this is referring to the mark of the beast, and it says that he will cause all to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. So we've known for years that perhaps that could be the implementation of a chip in the near future, that everybody would become solely dependent upon their number on the chip to function in society, and that the Antichrist would, at a future time, use that number to economically sanction individuals to bow down to his edicts. And this article is just showing us one more step in that direction. Well, people would use ID chips to identify themselves, and it's one more step as a precursor in the fulfillment of this prophecy, the mark of the beast.